everyone, my name is Catherine and I'm World from World of Writing. Today I will be doing a video on outlining like JK Rowling because I was in a slump for outlining right before I started this video. So if you like that idea, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should totally go follow me at World of Writing because I post writing tips and writer fun content. I've been struggling with outlining recently and I wanted to try something. And I was taking a break and I saw Sarah LeBrat's video on outlining like JK Rowling, and now I really want to try it. By the way, if you guys don't watch Sarah LeBrat, you guys should totally go watch her. I just saw her like a couple of days ago. Her account's really good, and yeah, so you guys should go watch her. And she got the idea from Kate Kavanaugh, so if you also don't watch Kate Kavanaugh, you should also go watch her. Okay, let's get started. So this is a picture of the type of outlining that JK Rowling does. So I made one and it's just chapter title, time, main plot, and then a couple of my subplots. So let's go. Okay, I just finished my first chapter. It took me 8.5 minutes. Probably could have taken me a little less time, but I was trying to figure it out. So far I like it. I didn't fill up all of the columns because, for example, one of the subplots, we don't have a scene for it in this chapter, and some of them, one scene does multiple things. I have my first chapter, and that's better than I was at 8.5 minutes ago. So far I like it. It's a bit complex for how my scenes work, but so far I like it. So it's a bit later after I finished. I did the first 5 chapters so far. This is my first 5 chapters, and it didn't take up quite a whole page. There are still 3 boxes that I didn't fill. And this color, I'm only going to have to use it like twice. I just wanted to have it there. One of the things I really like is my second column here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a time column, so for timelines. I didn't have much of a timeline in my last book, so I think this is really helpful because I have, not only do I have dates on here, which is how far between the chapters and what time of year it is, but I also have symbols for each of my columns on here, and then I'm putting about a scene for each one, or some of them are double scenes, but I'm putting symbol, and if it's 2 in one scene, I'll put 2 symbols, and then whether it's early morning, midday, afternoon, or evening. So I have date, the order of the scenes, and what time of day the scenes are. I will update you after I do a few more chapters. So far, I'm liking it, and I would recommend trying it if you like plotting. I just filmed a YouTube video and talking about outlining. I'm feeling even better about this method of outlining now, so I'm going to jump back into that and let's see what I can do. I just did 4 more chapters, finished this page, and started the next. I just did 4 more chapters and it took me just under a half hour, so not too long for 4 chapters. Yeah. I had 2 of my columns merged, so I just have arrows in one of them now, but I'm really liking this. One other thing though, while this is really good for me right now, I would not do it for the first time on the computer. I might transfer it on the computer, and actually I'm thinking I will transfer it on the computer. I think it's really good to do on paper for the first time you do it, and then you might put it on the computer in case you lose it or in case it gets messed up or something. Oh, also, this wasn't on her thing, but I have for each of my columns, for example, see those symbols in the corners? So those symbols, I have 1 for each column. So that way when I'm figuring out the order of my scenes, I don't have to write out which column it is or the whole scene. I can just write the symbol for that column, which it's not on there, but I would highly recommend doing that because it's helped me a lot, and it's so easy to write the order of scenes. So I would do that. Day 2 of outlining, like JK Rowling. Let's do this. I just finished this page. I have done 11 chapters so far, and I am going to show you how I'm setting up each page. I am sorry I do so many thumbs up. The first 2 things are chapter number and time. I have 2 lines for each of them. If you were doing chapter title, I would probably do that in between these 2 with a little bit more space, but I'm not doing that. Okay, I don't think I talked about this yet, but I think that the JK Rowling method of outlining is very good for sequels and series because there's one thing that I have found that you can't do with this method of outlining, which is developing characters. You could do character arcs, but you can't just develop the character. I have run into a problem. I'm working on chapter 14, and I have realized that my couple of chapters here, this little batch of chapters, I have a couple main plot points on my computer right here that I had done before this experiment. I don't have enough content to make a full chapter, but at the same time, I can't just merge two chapters together because there needs to be a break between the chapters. And I know that I could just have shorter chapters, but it's just, I like my chapters to be a certain length, and they're all about the same length. They're all from, I do my chapters from a little above 2,000 words to a little above 3,000 words. And this one I'm thinking is going to be like 1,500. And I don't know, because I'm probably just going to end up leaving it. But it's like, because I want it to be the normal chapter length. Because all of the ones before that I think are going to be that length, or some of them even longer. And, just why? Just why? I think part of the problem is, though, I'm kind of at a point in the story where, yes, I would put more subplots in to fill it up a little bit, because I have content that I could put in for the subplot, but, like, logistically, it doesn't make sense for them to have that scene in there, because where they are, it doesn't make sense for there to be a scene that is not hands-on action, and the subplots I'm thinking of are not hands-on action subplots. So, whoa. I will update you if I figure that out or come up with anything. But right now, I'm just going to have a 2-scene chapter, and we're going to move on. Okay, I didn't fix it for that chapter, and not really for the next chapter, but I figured out a way that it's only really a problem for those 2 chapters, so I'm okay with that. One of my beta readers just finished my book, and I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. Yay, beta readers are awesome. By the way, should I do a video on beta readers? Comment if you think I should do a video on beta readers, because I'm having beta readers right now, and so I can do a video on it if you guys wanted. Okay, it's super sunny right now, but I got the next chapter, chapter 16, to not have the super short problem. It actually might end up being really long, which better problem to have for me, I think. Not for everyone, but I like them better long, so better problem for me to have than having it short. So, still loving this outlining method. I really haven't found any problems with it. So I just did chapter 17, and I figured out a thing I can put in chapter 14 to make that one a little bit longer. So now chapter 15 is the only one that's, like, iffy short, if that makes sense. Sort of solved that. Still not as long as I'd like. It's getting towards the end of the day. I just did one last chapter, so I did 9 more chapters today, which is 18 chapters total, and I'm still really liking this. I haven't found any problems with it. I thought I was going to be like, oh, this is super, super hard, or way different than what I was doing before, blah, 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 and to be fair, it is, it is hard, because it's a lot of scenes and a lot of information, but I think because I already had my main plot points done, and I'm just making the chapters and the scenes around them, that makes it a lot easier. So yeah, I really like this. I haven't done character arcs, and it doesn't have character development, but since I'm doing a sequel, the characters are already there. I do have to do character arcs, but I didn't really have character arcs in my last book, which I'm gonna have to work on, so I think I'm gonna have to do character arcs for both the books all together and just do it as one. So, feeling good. 18 chapters in. I think I'm gonna have about 27. We'll see. I think I can be done in one more day. Okay, so I haven't been too good at filming recently, but I just finished completely outlining my book with the outlining JK Rowling method, and I loved it. I don't really have any complaints. It's complex, so you have to kind of have an idea of where you're going and have an idea of what your characters would continue to be doing, because it's very complex. Now I have to figure out what else I have to do before I start drafting tomorrow, so Thank you for watching. I will see you soon when I post a new video, or if you follow me on Instagram, I will see you sooner there. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.